tracking less, trusting more, no coach, no rules, just me and my camera, ready to take on the next chapter. You guys seem to like my last mic'd up video, so I thought, here we are again, let's film another one. Oh my gosh, I haven't trained properly, like properly, for a couple of weeks. I was sick last week and I was just getting back into it this week. Like at the start of the week, I kind of just like went through the motions. Like I've hit every muscle group, but it's literally just like not even half of what I would have done before. Moving the body, getting back to it, making sure I feel good, not necessarily going hard, and just hitting the muscle groups just to get some blood flow back into the body. And I didn't want to be too sore this week. Yeah, and then I thought, you know what? I'm working on Saturday. Why not stay back and just film another mic'd up session for you, because you guys liked it last time. So here we are again. I've got my phone here. Don't tell me this is gonna happen again like last time. Let me go turn the lights off. What is going on with the lighting? Let's hope the lighting sorts itself out. Hi. Okay, the lighting last time did not work out for me, and this time it doesn't seem like it's gonna work out for me either. So training in the dark, training with no music. Who is she? Now, I've got some notes written down that I want to cover over this video while I'm doing my training. But first, I'm going to take you through what I had for breakfast this morning, and then I'm going to meet you right back here and get stuck into our training. Good morning. I am going to work this morning. I want to leave in about 20 minutes. We'll see how that goes because I'm about to cook breakfast. But I've got a client this morning, I'm doing the group class, and then I've got a client for an hour after that. Then I'm gonna get my training in. I was gonna go and do my training beforehand, but I thought, what a great opportunity that I'm working this morning. There won't be anyone there after I finish work. So why not film a mic'd up session, because you guys really enjoyed it last time. So I thought, why not make another one? We're doing some eggs, ham, halloumi, and rice this morning. I'm going to take some peanut butter and rice cakes with some honey for a pre-workout snack afterwards. But I thought, if I'm going to be training afterwards, I want to have a solid breakfast this morning rather than my usual crumpet and hot chocolate. Not sure if I'm going to still make my hot chocolate yet, but we shall see. I've just boiled the kettle. I'm about to have my morning sups, and then I'm going to get crack-a-lackin'. If you do want to see how I make this breakfast, then hopefully I've already posted it, and I'll leave the link somewhere on the screen here, so you can go and check it out afterwards, because it's delicious. So a couple of the points that I'm going to take you through today throughout this video is I currently don't have a coach, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm also not really tracking my food at the moment besides what I do for my meal prep. I'm also going to take you through some competing updates and where I'm at right now, and just kind of take you through what my current training goals are, and then whatever pops up in between. So I've done my own training program for the next 12 weeks, and we're just gonna start off by doing some step downs on the cables. These aren't gonna be too heavy. I'm literally just warming up. I'm trying out a new little technique just for myself. I know that this has been done before, obviously by other coaches, but not starting with a compound lift, because I don't know, I just find that it takes me a little bit more time to get warm. So instead of just going straight into a compound lift and maybe not lifting to my potential, I'm gonna start doing just some other light exercises prior, just to warm up a little bit more and not go too hard before going into my other set. God, this right glute is so tight. I was doing this exercise yesterday, and it's not tight from the exercise, it's just, I can feel it right when I'm doing it. It's just where I was having a little flare-up issue before. I wonder if my SI joint is out again. I'm just gonna do 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps of this exercise before going into our first compound lift. Gosh, that's not even hard, but just on that right leg, holy crap, I can really feel it just, Okay, so 2 sets of 10 cable step-ups done. I am now going to start setting up for my sumo deadlift, which is one of my first current goals. So at work, we are running a strength and fitness challenge. Hello. Okay, we're back with some face tracking. So at work, we are running a strength and fitness challenge for our clients, and the trainers have to be involved as well. We are picking to do either a strength goal or a fitness goal. Otherwise, you can also choose to do both. The strength goal is either a squat, bench, or deadlift. And then our fitness goal is either a 1K run, row, or cycle. Otherwise, you can also do a 3K try. So you'll run, row, and cycle. I am picking to do a sumo deadlift, which I haven't done really much of, to be honest. However, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. Let's do a sumo deadlift. First current goal is sumo deadlifts. We are going to be testing our 1 rep max in the next 2 weeks. So I'm just starting to get used to the movement again. I haven't really done a lot of sumo deadlifts in the past. They might have been in my program twice before, but it's not really a movement I'm familiar with. Deadlifts, conventional deadlifts aren't quite my style, if you will. But anyway, we're gonna do some sumo deadlifts. We're gonna go for 8 reps and I wanna go 3 seconds on the way down, nice and controlled, reset at the bottom and then drive back up. So I'm gonna start with my overhand grip, but I will probably eventually start doing a mixed grip. You want your feet shoulder width apart, knees and toes facing outward. So you're pushing out, externally rotating through the hips. Okay, coming down with the bar, nice and tight through the lats and the back. Big breath in, belly brace at the bottom. Drive through your legs. Slow for 3 seconds. Reset. Go again. Woo! To be honest, that actually didn't feel too bad. My shoulders are a little bit sore. I did gymnastics earlier in the week, so my shoulders are a little bit sore already from holding the weight, but nonetheless, that actually felt quite good. Gonna have a little rest and then I'm gonna go again. I just rewatched that last clip and form is great. However, I did say that you want your feet shoulder width apart. What I meant is you want your feet outside shoulder width apart. It's a sumo stance, so you wanna be big, nice and wide. Sticking with the same weight on this next set and I'm just gonna see how we feel. It's hard coming back to training after being sick, let me tell you that. Heart rate is at 115, not too bad. We have done 2 sets of 30 kilos for 8 reps. We have a 90-second rest in between. I'm gonna increase the weight just a little bit. I'm gonna go 32.5. I don't wanna go too freaking hard because although I'm not feeling too bad now, I know that I will be sore tomorrow because this isn't a movement that I've done a lot of in the past. So I don't want to go too hard too fast, especially if we are going to be testing our 1 rep max in the next 2 weeks. I just want to get a feel for it this week. Then we can maybe push a little bit more weight next week. And then the following is when we'll be testing the 1 rep max. Okay, next exercise, we're gonna be moving into some single lying leg curls. If you guys have been around for a bit, then you would know that I tore my hamstring probably at the back end of last year. It's feeling pretty good. There is still an exercise I can't do. I can't do seated hamstring curls. They just like, I just feel a pinch like right in that contraction part. But anyways, lying leg curls haven't been too bad. I have been doing a little bit of rehab on it, but single leg curls, I thought, you know what? This is gonna be a great exercise to build up the strength in my hamstring again. I have programmed myself some single lying leg curls. I'm gonna be doing just 5 kilos to start. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. Did again do these yesterday just to see how I would go if I did program them into my routine. I felt pretty good. So hamstrings aren't sore today. So we're gonna do the same as what we did yesterday. Starting off with that bad leg first. So I'm gonna be doing my single leg curl on my left leg. Okay, we've got 10 reps. Really want to push your hip down into the pad. I'm not going to come up all the way to my butt, otherwise it's just way too slow to come back down again. So keeping that tension right through that hamstring, I can feel it contracting really nicely. Drive that heel up towards your butt. Keep that control and that tension on the hammy as we come back down again. Slow. I've lost count, that's okay. We'll do 1 more for good luck. Push your hips down into the pad, squeeze that hammy, slow and control. We change legs. Okay, so while I'm taking my 90-second rest, why don't we talk about my second goal? So my first goal is to do a sumo deadlift 1RM, which I haven't tested yet, but I'm also now going to be doing a 1RM bench as well. So that is going to be tested probably on the same day as I do my sumo, if not maybe 1 day before or after. But I decided that I'm going to do 2 lifts this time. I really wanted to do a bench, but then there's so many people doing sumo deadlifts that I was like, you know what? I did enjoy it when it was in my program like a month or so ago, so why not give that a crack as well? So doing 2 bench, sorry, not 2 bench, we're doing 2 lifts. And this probably leads nicely into my next point is I don't have a coach anymore. It was a hard decision. I know people are nosy and are like, oh my God, what happened? But honestly, guys, nothing happened between my coach and I. It was just, I'm very happy with where I am right now. And I was like, you know what? I am a coach myself. It would be nice to have someone program for me, but I'm also like, I've been wanting to do some of my own programming for a while just to test some different movements out, test out a few different things, a few different methods. Like I've been reading one of the books, The Muscle Ladder by Jeff Nippard, and I love it. So it's just like, you know what? I am a coach. I can program it myself. It's all just about programming it in advance. So yesterday, I'll leave some slides on the screen here, but I actually sat down for a while and I did my own programming for the next 12 weeks. So as long as I'm actually doing it in advance, I can program for myself because it's like, okay, cool. Yep, the program's been done. It's been imported and off I go. I don't have to think about it. But it's like, obviously I don't want to be doing like a program for myself day to day. I don't just want to go into the gym and just be like, which muscle group am I going to hit today? Or if I'm doing full body, what couple of exercises am I going to do today? It's taken way too much time to start this next set. So let's do it. I'm going to do the same weight for this next set, as it was quite hard, to be honest. I don't want to push it too much, being the first day of my program. Okay, the rest break here. So we're doing 3 straight sets. Back to why I don't have a coach. It is good to test out some new different things, some new different methods, try some new exercises, and nothing bad happened between my coaches and I. It's just, I'm quite happy with where I am. I'm maintaining my weight. I finally don't need to track my food every single day and have that fear of like, am I gonna gain too much weight, too much body fat and stuff. Like, it's been over a year since I competed now, so I'm well and truly past being in comp prep, but it was quite hard to come back from that second show. Like, I'll be honest, it's just like, you know, you see your body change and stuff, and I know that, you know, if you put on too much weight, you can always, you know, go back into a cut and whatnot. But for me, it wasn't about like coming out of my comp, putting on too much weight and like pushing into a build phase straight away. I think maintenance is, to be honest, like, it's overlooked. A maintenance phase is so overlooked. I see so many competitors, you know, jump from show to show or compete like season to season, and it's like they're out of their comp prep, they've pushed and pushed and pushed, and they're in a build and they've gained a bit too much, and then they come back, you know, into a cut to cut for the next show. And like, for me personally, like I really like sitting at maintenance. I like to make gains at a maintenance level. I have always stayed quite naturally lean. So obviously, yes, like maybe there's a bit of fear of, you know, feeling like I'm a little bit too fluffy or a little bit too big or whatever like that. But like, for me, like, I've always been quite small. I want to make my way slowly back to that level. I am in a very confident, comfortable place right now. Sitting at a maintenance level, I don't have to track my food and know that I'm not going to be gaining weight or losing weight. Like, I'm maintaining really, really nicely, and I can still see changes in my physique without having to push a surplus and gaining unnecessary body fat. So yeah, just really happy with where I'm at right now. And to be honest, like, I just don't feel like I need a coach to help me sit at maintenance because I've been doing it for a little bit now. So yeah, it was quite hard because we've been through so much together. We've been through 2 comp preps together. They even came to my wedding. Like, it's just, it wasn't an easy decision, but it was just, you know, a few different goals here and there. Like, I just at a point in my life where I just feel like I'm happy doing my own thing. Next exercise, we are doing seated leg extension, and we're doing 10 reps, 3 sets, and we're gonna be coming up and we're going slow 3 seconds on the way down. Really trying to keep that time under tension, keep those quaddies working. Next point being, what am I doing about competing? Honestly, I really, really, really want to compete again. Like, it's something in my head that just, it can't escape my brain. Like, I think about it all the time. I randomly pose in the mirror and do all of that sort of stuff. And I feel like it is something that I want to do again. But still, in terms of when, it's just, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I just know that the stage will always be there. So I'm just trying to really not be in a rush to do it again. I want to be my best. I want to be the best. I do want to, you know, go for a pro card in whatever federation that might be, you know, I want to win. I want to be on that first place. I don't know. So it's just, you know, I want to be at my best, and I know that right now I'm not. So there's no point just pushing a deficit phase and getting really shredded if I know that I haven't really put in the work outside of that. So at the moment, I just don't feel like I'm training hard enough. I'm not tracking my food all the time. So how accurate I'm being is also up in the air. A couple of things that I've just realized, it's quite hard to admit that, hey, I'm not training hard enough right now to potentially be competitive. A lot of people won't admit that. So for me, it's just about like, where am I at right now, and is what I'm doing going to get me that first place that I want? Probably not. It's a hobby, and it's a fucking expensive hobby as well. Oh, shit. Woo. Competing is fucking expensive. It is very time consuming, and it also puts strain on relationships, family, friends. It does put strain on other areas of your life as well. It's a big thing. It's a big commitment. And that's another reason why I want to just, you know, take my time to do it, because there's other things that I want to achieve in life. Bodybuilding has been fucking great experience. Like, holy shit, the level up in the mindset that I've had over the last few years, taking yourself to that extreme, pushing yourself beyond where you thought was even possible, was fucking incredible. But it's just like, I do have other things in my life that I want to achieve. You know, I want to save to buy a new car this year, which is expensive. You know, we've just had our wedding, we've renovated our house. You know, the next step in life is, you know, I want to start a family soon as well. So it's just like, there's so many different things that, you know, go on, and you can't just like jump up on stage and just do your thing. To be honest, like, it's not like that. I mean, sure, if you want to just do it for fun, get up there and whatnot, so be it. But that's personally not for me. I want to go hard. I want to put 110% effort into it. I want to be fully locked in, have all those habits already in place. And I just don't right now. And I'm so totally happy with that. Moving through to our next exercise, we are doing some calf raises. And I will eventually do these with weights, or put a barbell on my back, hold a dumbbell, whatever. However, calves are one of those things that if you don't train for a while and then all of a sudden you go to train them, your calves are going to be cooked. And I learned this from one of my clients like the other week. It has happened to me in the past too, but I'm just like, yeah, let's ease the way back into training calves, because if you don't isolate them all the time, then it's gonna be not fun for like 4 or 5 days. So just 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps for my calf raises. I'm gonna have a little rest now. I'll touch quickly on what I said before about, you know, not really tracking my food and being happy with where I'm at. I do track my meal prep every week, and I have the same meals like from Monday to Friday, like in terms of breakfast, snack, and lunch. Dinners change. My afternoon snack is sometimes there, sometimes not there. To be honest, like, it's actually been really good not tracking all the time, because I have felt like I don't have that food focus that I did like during my prep. What I do is, like, on a Sunday when I'm doing my meal prep, I'll weigh out all my ingredients, track it as normal, and then I'll just literally enter it into MyFitnessPal on Monday. I'll also roughly just like plan out what my snacks look like. So if I'm having an apple, if I'm having my yogurt and my berries, whatever it is, I'll put that into MyFitnessPal so I can see a rough idea of like how many calories I'm eating in total. But when it comes to weighing my apple, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm still cutting it up and putting it in a container, but I don't need to weigh it. I roughly know that a smaller apple is like 160 grams, and then a bigger apple can be between 180 to 190 grams. So I do know what my portions look like. I just don't track it and weigh it every single day. And then yeah, dinners change from day to day. So, you know, I always have like steak and chicken at least once in the week. I also have my little lamb steaks that I buy from Coles. So I am sticking to the same foods. It's just I'm not weighing them and tracking them like I was before and being super, super, super tracked and rigid on it. And I am going out for dinners on the weekend, you know, with Natso on our date nights, and we've had a few weddings and stuff. So it's just, it's nice not to be totally consumed of, oh my God, that has so many calories in it. It's not gonna kill you. To be honest, sometimes I actually don't even eat my yogurt and my berries. Like, it's literally that is how much I was food focused. Was like, I need to eat the next meal. I need to eat the next meal. I need to eat the next meal. Literally, sometimes I get home, like if I haven't cut up my apple and brought it to work, I will literally go home, walk Pumbaa, come back home, sit on my laptop and edit like a zombie, like literally like, oh my God. And then I'll be like, holy shit, it's actually way past my snack time. It's even past my lunch time. So it's literally just like, it's really nice not to have tracked your food every single day, every single meal, every single time. That's like, I'm a fucking human. One more thing that I'll touch on before I love you and leave you in this video is back on the whole competing thing as well. Is one thing that's been sort of battling my mind as well is the competition is just getting bigger and better. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. I want to go up against the best of the best, but I just feel like I'm a little bit disheartened, maybe is the right word to use, because I just see how many people are quick to jump on steroids and do all of that stuff. And it's just not something that aligns with who I am as a person either. So another reason that I'm not just jumping back into a show is because I know that if I do compete in an untested federation, I know that I'm going up against people who are probably on stuff. And to be honest, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with anyone who does take gear and stuff, but it's just, for me personally, I don't see myself doing that. It's just not a part of who I am. It doesn't align with my values, and it's like finding a new home, I guess, in terms of competing, waiting to see what the natural IFBB looks like, the new category in the IFBB as well. There's a couple of just little different things that is just playing around in my head as well. You know, I don't want to cross that line, and there's so much more to life than a bodybuilding competition and jumping on gear and steroids and stuff. And I even remember after I competed in my first show, there was actually people asking my coach in like the not gonna lie sort of stuff on her Instagram. They were asking if I was on steroids, and it was just actually hilarious for me to see people asking that, because it's like, one, it's flattering, but it's also like, no, I actually worked really fucking hard for that. And if you saw me in person, I was like a twig. Like, I'm not very big right now. Like, I literally weigh 51 kilos and my stage weight was 46 kilos. So I am not a very big human. If you see me in person, you're like, oh my God, she's like little and compact. It's just funny, like the perception that you see on Instagram. Like, I know that people look huge and you see them in person and you're like, oh, actually, you're really not as big as what you look in your photos and stuff like that. So just another thing to take on board, like in terms of just everyday life and stuff, whatever you see on social media, they probably don't look exactly like that in real life. And I love social media and stuff. I'm very open that, like, you know, I don't edit my photos and stuff like that. I'll brighten them up a little bit to make them like have a little bit more pop of color, but a lot of people edit, a lot of people hit that right lighting, just like I'm standing in the nice natural lighting right now. So if I watch this video back and be like, I look like shit, it's probably because I do, because I'm standing in natural lighting. But anyway, I'm rambling on now. So I will love you and leave you. I hope you did enjoy this video, guys. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post weekly videos and I love doing it for you. So please don't forget to show me that you love them too. On that note, have a good leg day. Hope you're feeling spicy, and I will see you very soon. In the meantime, don't forget, be bright, be bold, be you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!